Mahmoud Khalil's arrest, a chilling prelude to a wider crackdown on pro-Palestine activism. The arrest of Mahmoud Khalil, a student at Columbia University, reverberates with the chilling pronouncements of the Trump administration, signaling a potential escalation in the crackdown on dissent surrounding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Khalil's detention arrives amidst a storm of controversial pronouncements from President Trump, who has vowed to deport foreign students and imprison those deemed agitators involved in protests against Israel's actions in Gaza. This isn't simply rhetoric, it's a burgeoning reality. The administration's aggressive stance is far from subtle. The recent announcement of a $400 million cut in grants and contracts to Columbia University serves as a stark example. The stated reason? The government alleges a failure to suppress what it terms antisemitism on campus. This thinly veiled threat targets not only Columbia, but serves as a cautionary tale for other institutions of higher learning, subtly encouraging self-censorship and the chilling of free speech. The implications extend beyond individual universities. Axios recently reported that Secretary of State Marco Rubio intends to revoke the visas of foreign nationals deemed supportive of Hamas or other groups the U.S. designates as terrorist organizations. The mechanism? A deeply concerning reliance on artificial intelligence, AI, to identify individuals, raising serious questions about due process, accuracy, and potential bias within the algorithm. This technology, deployed with the weight of government power, transforms the act of expressing political opinions into a high-stakes gamble. Khalil's case, according to records shared with the Associated Press, highlights this chilling reality. He was among several students investigated by Columbia's Office of Institutional Equity, a newly created disciplinary committee focused on students expressing criticism of Israel. This targeted investigation underscores a shift towards an increasingly hostile environment for pro-Palestine activism on college campuses. The genesis of this wave of student activism began last spring with tent encampment protests at Columbia University's Manhattan campus. This sparked a wave of solidarity, with similar demonstrations erupting on dozens of campuses across the United States. At Columbia and numerous other universities, the response from university administrations was swift and decisive. They called in the local police, resulting in the arrest of hundreds of students. This coordinated response, coupled with the Trump administration's pronouncements, paints a picture of a concerted effort to suppress dissent and silence critical voices. The arrest of Mahmoud Khalil is not an isolated incident. It represents a disturbing trend, the weaponization of the legal system and the deployment of sophisticated technology to stifle freedom of speech and target those who dare to criticize Israeli policies. This escalation necessitates a robust response from those who value academic freedom, freedom of expression, and the right to protest. The silence of concerned individuals and institutions will only embolden those seeking to suppress dissent. The international community must take note of this blatant assault on free speech and human rights. The fight for Palestinian rights is inextricably linked to the fight for fundamental freedoms, and the chilling effect of this crackdown extends far beyond the immediate victims. The question we must ask is, how far will this administration go to silence criticism and suppress dissent? The answer, based on current actions, is deeply troubling. The future of academic freedom and the right to protest hang precariously in the balance. The international community must not stand idly by. This is a battle that affects us all.